Honorable Wilmer Theophilus, and he had about 5 other names, Daniel. Been a stalwart in his party for many, many years. A difficult fella. But I want to tell you, one of the finest politicians Antigua has ever produced. He and I argue a lot, because I'm a difficult fella sometimes too. But Danny will tell you what he sees, and he makes you understand that to move forward, these are the things we have to do. Brothers and sisters, I implore you, stand behind Wilmot Daniel now, and on election day, make sure he back with us. You notice I said us, guy, you can be there too. Now, Sister Sean just presented as well. And when I was coming up, I saw a picture of Robin Yearwood. And even in the picture, he looked frightened. Sister Sean, you have him on the run. Keep him there. Now, brothers and sisters, I want to start my presentation about the future. In 1995, the people of Freetown and this area were hit hard by a hurricane. But when the hurricane left this area, it also took Half Moon Bay with them. And since 1995, Half Moon Bay, unfortunately, has been closed. And the people of Freetown, there were many, many people from this area that were employed at Freetown. And when I became Minister of Tourism, Wilmot Daniel used to ask me all the time, when are you going to open Half Moon Bay again? When are you going to open Half Moon Bay? The people of Freetown and St. Philip want work to do. And brothers and sisters, I want to tell you that by December 2017, there will be a hotel open at Half Moon Bay. That's a commitment that as a Minister of Tourism I'm going to make. Now listen, we have been in conversation with a group out of Canada for over a year. And these things are not easy. But we are at the point now where I am hopeful that in the next 2 weeks, we'll be able to announce the agreement for the sale of Half Moon Bay. And what that will do, brothers and sisters, is that the plan is to build 300 hotel rooms on 200 acres of land at Half Moon Bay. 300 hotel rooms, and then some keys in the back. You know what that will do? For the hotel to open in December of 2017, that's 2.5 years from now, they have to start building almost immediately. For the hotel to open in 2017, they must break ground this year. And that is the plan, so that by the 3rd quarter this year, we hope that people will start seeing job opportunities starting on the construction site down there. And that is an important promise that the United Progressive Party has made to the people of Antigua. As we continue to grow our hotel product, we need new properties because the demand is there. And without new properties, we can't get the planes to come on people. So we expect between 400 and 600 jobs to be centered around the construction of the new Half Moon Bay Hotel coming up this year. So I want to say to you that we have not been sleeping. It has been a difficult time to get hotel development. But we can assure you that Half Moon Bay will become part of our hotel product moving forward. And Wilmot Daniel always behind me, telling me, man, bring the people. But today, brothers and sisters, we are very close to making it. Now, one of the arguments the Antigua Labour Party has had over time, and Chokolungu, what's his name? Chokolungu, famous for saying we have done nothing. You know, I asked them, my office, listen, they're saying we didn't open any properties in the last 10 years. So, wait, I have to put on my glasses because up here kind of dark. Danny? No new hotel projects. That's what they say. Well, let me name a couple that has opened since 2004. You know what they're going to say? Oh, but it started during their time. Well, they can claim anything. Sandals Grand Antigua. The new Sandals opened during the UPP time. How they say we never opened anything? The Sugar Ridge Resort. Y'all are familiar with Sugar Ridge? That was started and completed during the period of the United Progressive Party. Kiona Beach, down by Turner's. Buccaneer Beach Hotel, down by Dickinson Bay. Nonsuch Bay Resort, also in this area, just down the road. Now, most of you from Freetown know where Nonsuch Bay Hotel is, isn't it? That was not there during the Labour Party time. So how they say we never started any? Just in your area alone, they have Nonsuch Bay. Hermitage Bay Resort, One of the top resorts in the world today, Hermitage Bay. Again, down on the West Coast. Antigua Yacht Club Marina Resort. Veranda Resort and Spa. You know what the researcher said to me? And he's written it here. He also noted that in the 10 years previous, there was nothing developed. Remember, they're saying we didn't develop anything, you know, and we didn't open anything. And I asked them to do the research, and they can name 10 big properties that Antigua opened. And the comment at the end is that they didn't open one during the entire time of Lester Bird. And Chocolingo and Chet the Tech coming to tell us that we're not performing. They don't have a clue. But brothers and sisters, we had World Cup in 2007. And I want you to remember that we passed a piece of legislation called the World Cup Incentives Act. And under that legislation, there are 57 small properties that open, that still exist. Now, all of them are there. I don't want to name all of them, but there are many, many new projects that have been opened. Now, what is the net effect of that? While we continue to grow, let me tell you what has happened. In 2009, when Stanford closed down, y'all remember Alan Stanford? He had over 1,000 employees and 3,000 people supporting it, those 1,000 people. That's 4,000 people. When that company closed, where did those people go to work? They were absorbed in the tourism industry. So the growth in our tourism industry helped absorb all those. So the point I'm trying to make is, don't be misled. And the people who are listening at home, don't be misled. Go to Nonsuch Bay and see if the property exists. They can't say that it doesn't exist when it's there, and it's continuing to grow. What about all the projects that we have on the books now with the CIP? South Point, down in English Harbor, just opened. Tamarind Hills, just opened. I don't want to go through. What I'm trying to tell you is there are many, many, many. Now, time is on me. So the last thing I want to talk about is Fax Menendez. The guy don't even know how to present. He's been saying that we are responsible for Liat to move. He keeps saying that. He said the minister in Barbados said that Liat is moving. Now, brothers and sisters, let me give you some facts, because they don't like to hear facts. The government of Antigua in January signed a 5-year or renewed its 5-year headquarters agreement with Liat. Now, if Liat signed a headquarters agreement in Antigua, what does that mean? Does that sound like they're moving? They've signed an agreement to stay in Antigua for 5 years. So maybe he's talking about something in the future, but he's not going to be in politics by then. After we bang him this time, he can rest and go out, right? But it's 5 years. Not only that, Liat had a hangar in Antigua that burnt down. And they were not insured. And the government of Antigua, under the leadership of Winston Baldwin Spencer, met with the principals of Liat and said, you tell us what you need for hangar space for 20 years. And I have received a letter as the Minister of Civil Aviation outlining Liat's hangar needs for the next 20 years. And you know what we did? We said, listen, we don't only want Liat's requirement, but if you have an opportunity to do a maintenance, an MRO it's called, a regional maintenance site for the ATRs, tell us what you would need. So they expanded the hangar and they put in what would be needed for a major hangar in case Liat could get to do the regional maintenance for the ATRs. And you know, the Prime Minister said, Minister, bring that to Cabinet. And we brought that to Cabinet, and the Cabinet of Antigua has agreed to build for Liat not only their hangar needs, but the regional maintenance hangar as well. Now, if we build that in Antigua, and we are going to start soon because it's out to being reviewed now who's going to build it. Does that sound like Liat has an intention to move? No. Barbados would like Liat to move. That's a different issue, because they have their own interest. But the government of Antigua is firmly in a position to maintain Liat in Antigua, and that is our commitment. And you can take that to the bank, because that will never happen under Baldwin Spencer and the United Progressive Party. That is a promise to the people of Antigua and the Liat employees. Now, what I don't understand is that Liat has not made an announcement in terms of the headquarters agreement. But if they don't do it, we will do it. And we will publish the agreement so that people understand what they signed. And that is the commitment that we have. So, Max, if that is the only story that you can go and try and scare the people who work at LIAT, we will tell you again, LIAT is going nowhere, and the government of Antigua. And the last thing I want to say about LIAT, Barbados is category 2. Antigua is category 1. And for LIAT to fly into US ports and some of these international airports, then you need to be headquartered and registered in a category 1 jurisdiction. So they have a lot of work to do, but Fax Menendez wouldn't understand those things. Simple fella, nice guy, just not ready for the big game. So brothers and sisters, it gives me great pleasure to announce, 1, that Half Moon Bay will be opening in the near future, and that construction work will start pretty soon, and that 2, LIAT is going nowhere. And last of all, I want to thank all the people of St. John's Rural North. Lovely, lovely people. St. John's Rural North posse, I see you over there. I love you. Please come. I love you. I like the work that you're doing. I invite you again to come out. We still have some work to be done. Please come out and make sure that St. John's Rural North wins it by a bigger margin. Jay, what do you think? We can win by a bigger margin this time? Yeah? Odi? Sister Val, we can win? Our goal is not just to win. Our goal is to make sure that that man finish his political career. Fax Menendez. That's his name from today. Fax Menendez. So brothers and sisters, until I come again, support Wilma Daniel and Sister Sean, and make sure you support all your UPP candidates. God bless all of you. Good night.